Here's a red letter date in the history of science, November 5th, 1955.
Doc, didn't you have a chimpanzee?
Great Scott, Marty, no chimpanzee here. You're thinking of Einstein, who's a dog. But if you remember differently, it must be the Mandela Effect. We need to set the timeline straight, Marty. Buckle up.
This is heavy, even for us.
Hey, looky what we have here. Here comes Chicken McFly and his sidekick, the Irish Bug.
Keep it up, Biff, and you'll get a history lesson you won't forget.
You doing my homework, McFly? Make it about the Mandela Effect. If only I could stand up to him just once. George, my homework, McFly. Make it snappy. Okay, Biff.
We're here to observe and gently correct, Marty.
Let's fix this mess, Doc.
And behold, the Biff Tannen Effect. How I discovered alternate memories.
Biff, get your meat hooks off of me. I'm not that type of girl.
I've had it with you, Biff. You're a thief. You stole my Mandela Effects.
Go, Dad.
Hey, McFly, you gonna make me? For all the Mandela Effects and for you, Lorraine.
My hero.
Hey, Marty, you gotta come with me. You gotta come with me to the future, to 2015.
Why? We ain't able to teach you something?
No, it's your kids. We gotta do something about your kids.
Hey, Doc, isn't the water a bit too slow?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for graciously waiting for us. We had some trouble getting everyone together for this segment here. Sandy, you want to do some shout outs? You want to do a few shout outs? I'll go ahead and get the flicker up.
No, not the flicker. You're going to Messenger first.
I just want to say one thing. When this thing gets up to 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
Yes.
Also, I'd like to point out, thanks for having me on. And also, can we all just agree that we all just love these movies? Like Back to the Future pretty much is the perfect movie.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, it
Me
is.
too. I love them all.
So, really quickly, I'm going to have to go between two shows, but in my chat, we have Mr. Super Sidewinder, Super Mario Brothers 3, Splatter 420, TD Mage 20, Siren Offspring is here, Sadly Karen's here, Noise Guru, Wizardry, hey, good to see you, it's been a while, Jason Ardwengo, Imaginationary Man. Hold on, now I have to jump over to Brian's chat.
Yeah,
No,
Sandy.
that's not Brian, huh?
No, it's fine. Let me see who's here right now in our chat.
Sean Rose.
I see everybody on here. So we have Super Mario Brothers 3 is here. Splatter's here. TD Mage. Sadly, Karen is here. Is that Karen Melanie?
It is Karen Melanie.
Noise Guru is here. Good to see you guys. Jason, Ardwigo, thank you. Thank you for coming. All right. Let's see. So the first one tonight, let me go ahead and present this.
Imaginationary Man. This is a live show of just Back to the Future Mandela Effects, including 4 possible new Mandela Effects with Back to the Future. It is all Back to the Future tonight. In celebration of the day that Marty went back to 1955.
I'd like to go back to that year and stay there for a little bit.
I'd like to go back to those when the prices were that cheap back in 1955.
Morals and values and all of that too. That would be nice.
I was going to agree with Brian there, man. We were looking something up about the 70s or something like that, and gas was like 22 cents. That was in the 70s.
Yeah,
It was.
gas was affordable.
So yeah, but guys, please post in the chat. What do you remember the gas prices being when you were a kid?
And Lindsay Marie Tribbett, LMT24, just jumped in the chat. When I started driving, gas was 98 cents a gallon, 97 cents a gallon. And
Really?
gas did not change price like it does today. It was like the same for like a year. And it might go up a penny or two. Like for a good 10 years of my life, the gas prices moved up maybe 5 cents.
Yeah. I remember, like Jason in the chat, I remember them being $1.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, $1. I remember it was like 77 cents, and you could fill up your tank for like $12.
No, I used to fill up my tank for 10.
My dad, there was one specific gas station we drive through, and it was 68 cents a gallon.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, but it was one very specific. It was in, I believe it was Georgia. This is when I lived in South Carolina, when we would drive to Florida, we drive to Georgia every weekend for a flea market. And there was, on the way back, my dad saw this one gas station. I mean, everywhere else it was like 80 or 90 cents, but there it was like 68 cents. I was like, that is awesome. So my dad always went there. I always keep wanting to think it was like $1.68. It's like, no, because it wasn't that expensive. I remember when it was like $1.20 and everybody was freaking out about that. And it's going to get $2 a gallon, and now it's like $3.25 or something like $3 something
Crazy,
right now.
Crazy prices.
Under $3 right now for cash. If you pay cash, it's just under $3.30. So I mean, I'm thankful that I have a Toyota Camry, which gets good gas mileage, but it's ridiculous, the gas prices.
Yeah. So,
Teresa, you want to read yours?
Wow, 14 cents.
Teresa, you can read yours.
Yeah, I guess so.
Teresa?
Credit.
You want to read yours? Go ahead, read yours.
All right. I credit Theresa Lynch. Which dress do you remember Lorraine wearing to the dance? That's not in order.
No, it's not in order, Brian. Are you in the actual link?
I'm in the actual link. Yes, I clicked on the link.
They're not in order.
Then don't do that folder. I'll go and find the proper folder. Something's wrong with that.
Yeah, that's like way out of order.
Okay, hold on.
It's not even close.
Yeah, and that was the question. You didn't have anyone answer the question, so start with that one.
Okay. Oh, this one. I remember this one. Credit Theresa Lynch. We are talking about Back to the Future 2 today. Teresa, I have a question about Biff's son, Griff, girlfriend. This is Griff's girlfriend, Leslie Spike O'Malley. She has a spike painted over her eye. What color or colors do you remember the spike being? Let's look in the chat. Anybody in the chat? What do you remember? Hi, Anita.
Yes, hi, Anita.
Your mom's here, Brian.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Does anybody remember?
Yeah, I don't remember the color actually. I know we talked about this before.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people didn't see this one yet, right?
Is that better? A little bit bigger.
I gotta say, I seem to remember it being black and pink, or I would even say like black and white, but metallic kind of white.
Huh. Well, there's more to this. You're going to be shocked, HEBRO. I'm not even kidding. Wait until you see it.
All right.
Yep. I remember the spike on her face being only black, but now it's red. It's black and red. But even weirder is her eye. Her eyes were normal, but now the same eye with paint has a red iris and pupil. Even the white of the eye is pink. She looks like the Terminator now. Check that out,
Wow.
guys.
That is bizarre, dude. I don't remember that eye being that color.
Uh-huh. I found this and I was like, Sandy, she looks like the Terminator.
She does. No, I remember both eyes being the same color.
Nope, not now.
Yeah.
This is a huge find for me, right, guys? Yep.
Yep.
It was never. Yeah, see, here we go. She kind of looks like the Terminator now.
Yeah.
Minus the prosthetic thing, you know. And here's some pictures of her.
That's stupid.
Sandy, you were going to say the guy on the left. You don't remember that red dot on his chin, right?
I don't. I'm glad you remembered to say it.
I did, because it stands out.
They're like weird. Are they trying to be like digital people? Like
Yeah.
cyborgs or something? Like
Well,
the tattoo.
But remember when they made this movie in the 80s? This is what they imagined that 2015 was going to look like. Remember? This was them guessing.
Yeah, but I still even the guy on the right, I don't remember all that circuitry on his face. Do you?
Kinda. Not as much though.
It looks weird.
Yeah.
And
They all
one
look
more
weird.
thing on that, the circuitry on that guy's face looked drawn on too. It didn't even look like they were trying to be real with it. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look like a marker or something?
Yeah. Yep. See what we have. Interestingly, the artist remembers the spike being just red. Does this match anyone's memory?
Eddie Van Keen and Go-Kart Bob just jumped in the chat.
Awesome. Welcome, guys.
Super Mario Brothers is in the chat. Super Mario Brothers 3, I should say.
Oh, awesome. And this one looks like blood or black on the bottom, but red above the eyebrow. Sandy managed to find a little residue of just black from a cosplayer at Comic-Con. Ooh, say that 5 times. Look at that.
Restore cyberpunk.
And I can't be 100% sure because it's blurry, but it looks like her spike is only black on the newspaper in the film. These images are from a screen used prop. It's hard to tell though. And the AI generated residue using the original image all took the red eye and red line out. Check that out. The AI don't remember it either.
Yeah, dude. See, I remember more like the bottom right. That's how
really?
I remember.
See, I don't remember all the silver. I don't remember the silver. I just remember a plain black line.
But
So,
I certainly don't remember like the blood red.
yeah, that looks so. It freaked me out. I was like freaking out, right, Sandy?
Out of the 3 movies,
you
the
are.
second one is the one that I watched the least. It wasn't my favorite. I loved the third one and the first one the best.
Oh, wow.
Didn't notice as much because that's why I don't remember this one as well.
So, what are we all thinking? Is it possible, Amy, for you? Let us know in the chat or comments. What do you guys think? Guys in the chat. Let's see what they have to say.
A lot of them do not remember this detail.
Oh, okay.
But Brian, I realized what was going on there. There was a slide there that shouldn't have been there.
Oops.
So I resent you the link, and now that previous presentation should work just fine.
You want me to do it?
Slide, yeah. Remember, the first slide is actually the question.
Yes,
So wait
the
for
draft.
people to answer, please.
Okay.
Go-Kart Bob. Oh no, Go-Kart Bob doesn't know the movie. All of the movies, or just this
And
one?
Karen didn't watch the movie either.
I had to watch them all because they could. If you watch them in order, they make sense by doing it that way. Because if you just hop and go to the second or third movie, a lot of it will make sense. You have to watch them in order. Does that make sense?
Karen, did you see the first movie?
Mhm.
At
Oh,
all.
Go-Kart Bob's just watching the show blind, knows nothing.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, Go-Kart Bob.
Yeah.
So I did find another Mandela effect in the original movie, part 1, and I want to see what you guys think.
So
The
left or
credit
right
tree.
in the chat.
Well, I could tell you.
Go ahead.
I could tell you before you even read this.
Okay.
Definitely the one on the left looks right.
You remember the left?
That's all I'll say because I don't remember two-tone dress.
Thank you.
I'm just
Which
saying.
dress do you remember Lorraine wearing to the dance? The one on the left? Just put 1, or the one on the right, number 2. Number 1 left, number 2 right. This way we can distinguish what you remember. HEBRO, you're going to be shocked. Just let you know that.
And Michael Russin just jumped in. Michael, I'm actually covering your Mandela effect with this tonight. One of the new ones tonight is one of yours. I tried my best.
Michael Russom says, I think the first one, but the second one looks familiar too. Mr. Super Sidewinder says 1. Brian McFarlane says 1. Go-Kart, thumbs up. Wizardry's 1. I'll need to see Sandy wearing it. Sandy, you have that dress? Number 1. TV, Noel. Single tone pink, Sean Rose. TD Mage says 1. Michael says, thank you. Did I miss it? Okay. All right. So should we move on? I do not remember the dotted sheath on top of the dress. It just looks so weird. Yeah, this definitely looks off to me.
Yeah.
To me, it was all one color, not these two-tone color. I agree with you, HEBRO. It was not two tones. I'm like, nope.
I agree. That looks ridiculous.
This was a big one for me, guys. Another. I keep finding Mandela effects in Back to the Future. I don't know why.
I know.
Yeah.
I consider Back to the Future and Star Wars actually the 2 most Mandela movies.
Don't forget Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, Wizard of Oz too. There's a lot in that one.
And
why is it just polka dotted?
Yeah, look at it. And this is residue. Check it out. All one color. And there, of course, she did have those ruffles at the bottom to make it fuller. Right. But check it out.
Oh yeah, that was. I love that part about the dress. It was always so fluffy.
Beautiful dress. Yep. Good residue, Sandy. Good residue. Number 2. I think Sandy found this one. Sandy, correct?
Yes.
Which pants did Jennifer Parker wear in Back to the Future? No, you're talking about part 1, right, Sandy?
Yes.
Okay. Which pants do you remember Jennifer Parker wearing? 1 is the left, 2 is the right. Far left, 1, far right, 2.
Oh,
left is pink with flowers and right is pink.
Don't tell me this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. I haven't seen some of these. So
that's because they haven't been out in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the show.
Analog Lime is jumping in the chat.
But I can already tell you.
2. Why they're split?
Yeah, I could already tell you. Can I say?
Yes, you can say. Yes.
Sandy, I think her shirt changed too. Look at it. Was that pattern?
I don't remember that either.
Look at her shirt. Did that change?
Not for me.
But but about the pants though, I remember the one on the right.
I agree with you. Watch this,
Not the
HEBRO.
chat. The chat remembers the left.
I remember,
Ooh.
guys. I remember she was wearing a white shirt. I don't remember the flowery shirt. There, do you?
That's what I just said,
Now,
Brian.
wait, guys, her other outfit, she's wearing a white shirt. I just want to
What
say
do you,
that.
what do you
The
mean
one
her
with the
other
blue
outfit?
vest. The one at the end with the blue vest. She's wearing a white
Oh,
shirt.
maybe that's
Here's
what
the
we're remembering. It's the end.
possibly, but it could. I don't know. But what I can say is, Wizardry.
Mm.
Michael Russum. Michael Russum remembers both, but likes the one on the left. TD Mage remember the one on the left.
Wow.
And the thing is, I want you to look at those pants with that top, the patterns all together.
Wow. Yeah, you're
For
right.
me, it was the right. 100% it was pink. It's too much. So there's the white shirt. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sandy remembers, I remember, plain pink pants. The flowers were never there for her and me and whoever
Now
else
she
remembers
does
it that way.
wear plain pink pants with that vest. I just put that image in there to throw you guys off.
Oh, okay.
That was on purpose.
Okay.
But there's the white shirt one. That's what I was telling you. I was trying to get you to, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I remember her, with
I
the
don't
white
remember
shirt.
the flowers at all. It looks ridiculous to me.
Me too.
So like, do you
Okay.
really think she'd wear the flowers with all those patterns going on?
No.
No, well she didn't. She was wearing in this reality. She's wearing it the white shirt and the blue vest.
Yes.
Well, actually, yes, Go-Kart Bob. This is just this week. This is Shifty Sunday.
Sandy, is this supposed to be here? Yeah.
Yes, because it's residue of her wearing
Oh,
plain
okay.
pink pants. It's all
I was looking at.
cosplayers.
I thought this had to do with the vest.
Mm-mm.
So
I mean,
there's
it doesn't give
people.
it away because it's 3 different colors here.
That's true. So look at everybody who's dressed up, and look at the color of the pants. They all remember pink, not flowers.
You could also argue they couldn't find any with flowers on it,
That's true.
but they could have also taken some Sharpies and put the flowers on themselves if they really cared.
Mm-hmm.
So this is part 2. Oh, this is a new folder. All right, everyone, in the chat, describe a poodle skirt. Describe what a poodle skirt is in the chat, please. As short as you can. And anyone on the panel, Esther, HEBRO, anybody, Brian, Teresa, if you want to describe a poodle skirt, please do.
Yes, I know that because I dressed up for 50s years ago and won first place. I always wore a big black skirt. It came out, and I had a pink poodle to the right of it, I believe, and it was a big poodle. And I even had a chain on it, which was pretty cool. And I had a wide belt, which was black, and I won first place. There you go.
So you're saying it's a big skirt with a poodle on it?
Yeah, it's a big skirt, black felt, and it had a big pink poodle on it. I think there was some white in it, and it had a chain around the collar of the poodle, and then it came up to like the side of the skirt. It came up to where the belt was at. Yep, 100%.
In the chat, Brian, can you see your chat? Because I feel bad leaving them out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If someone else has access to my chat, please read it. I'm sorry, my daughter's acting the fool crazy. I'm sorry.
We
Good.
don't. It's only you. Unless
Well, I
someone
can
goes
read
to
it.
Brian's chat.
Okay, as long as you guys don't mind the streaming. Wizardry says a skirt worn by a dog. Go car, Bob.
No, Brian, it's okay. I said someone can go to your chat. It's all right. So I'll read my chat and then jump over to Brian's. Like he was saying, Karen says full skirt with a dog on it. Wizardry says a skirt worn by a dog. Go-Kart Bob says fluff around the bottom. Sadly, Karen says poodle on it. Michael Russum, was it shaggy and white with the pink poodle? Jason says mid-length with frill around the bottom with 2 poodles on it. Eddie Von Key remembers Siamese cats on skirts. TD Mage says pink skirt with a poodle wearing a leash, image on the side. And I don't know what Noise Guru is referring to. Oh, I guess Evie. Grilled cheese can fix that.
That's what I had for dinner.
Oh, that sounds good. All right, let me go check Brian's chat really quick.
So all the same thing. Everything you just said.
Hey, Evie Noel. Evie Noel's in Brian's chat. Short with ruffle at the bottom. She remembers a different shirt in the other image. And she said 2, the pink pants. Sean Rose said 1 for the flower pants. Single tone pinks for Sean for the dress. And same for Evie Noel. Hi, Anita. I'm sorry, guys. I can't see you guys in Brian's chat unless I purposely go to you. In my past, Poodle Skirts had poodles. And sometimes an Eiffel Tower, but usually just a poodle. That's all I remember. And Hebro, you can see Brian's chat. So can you read Brian's chat while I read my chat? Since you're over in Brian's chat.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Just what for the next stuff coming up.
A skirt worn by poodles, says Edward Von King.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Super Mario Brothers 3.
So Wizardry said that too. A skirt worn by a dog.
Let's see. Fluff around the score. Yeah, I see that one. Okay.
Welcome, Boyd. Boyd says, felt short skirt that flares out at the bottom. Brian, we can move on if you're here. There we go.
It was definitely felt, Sandy. Definitely black felt.
Oh, I do remember them in other colors, but not what we're going to show. In this reality, poodle skirts are any circle-style skirt with any applique. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm not good at French. But the point is, it doesn't have to be a poodle. As you can see here, we've got letters, like the kind you put in the mailbox, music, hearts. There's more when we go to the next slide. Most of these skirts came in pre-measured patterns to be sewn, while a few were sold in stores like Penny's. So here we have umbrellas. We have a clock. Notice the residue for the number 4 V. Oh wait, that's 6. You can't see 4, which means it's probably I. Have you guys ever seen poodle skirts with different patterns? That's the main question.
No.
I don't know.
What'd you say, Esther?
Not in like real life.
Yeah. Styles were cute to completely outrageous with 3D stuffed items sewn on like this woman's telephone. Does everyone see the telephone on the right?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's weird.
We have Jerry stirring a cocktail. A squirrel with a nut. A gigantic Eiffel Tower. I've never seen that. TD Mage says nope. Evie Noel says no, I have not. Oh, Hebro, because you're in Brian's chat, it automatically goes to mine because he's multi-streaming. Here's more. I mean, these are they're all old pictures. Nothing's really new here. So why are we showing these? There is a reason why when we get to it. I mean, there's skiing, flowers, birds, a bird cage, cats. Like there's the tip. Oh, he's already gone. The craziest. It's okay. I was just gonna point out that with the poodles, they also had cats. The craziest styles included holidays and board games like bingo. Like they're really playing bingo on her skirt.
That's weird.
That is the most bizarre thing ever. Like I've never seen holiday poodle skirts. There's Halloween. There's Christmas. There's, what is that? Backgammon? What are they playing? Elvis donned a couple skirts in, did I say Elvis? Oh, Elvis, okay. Elvis didn't wear the skirts. The skirts had Elvis on them. I got it now. Elvis donned a couple skirts in the 50s. Even Disney got in on the trend. A full set of skirts can go for thousands of dollars. So if you have like I said, these were patterns, like panels that were sold. If you have the full skirt, it can go for thousands of dollars.
Mm.
There was a set of 3 different colors, red, blue, and black. If you have all 3, it was going for $12,500 on Etsy. Surely these would have been in movies, says Evie Noel. Well, just you wait. That's why we're talking about it. You'll see. So while we're going through these and looking at the Disney, the Bambi skirts, does anyone remember an interesting poodle skirt without a poodle in Back to the Future? Yes or no? This is a, some women even showed their political affiliation via their skirt. Has anyone ever seen political skirts before? These are more political skirts. Hey, John Nada. Guys, feel free to chime in here. You're all on the panel. It's so quiet. I can't talk to myself here. Brian, are you able to zoom in on the bottom skirt?
What are we supposed to say?
Well, if you've ever seen this stuff before.
Heck no.
Are you able to zoom in on that flag and see if it's a red bar?
No, everything looks weird.
I can't tell.
Sandy, from what I can see, it's a red bar flag.
It's hard to tell from our end, but if it looks like it's you, I believe you. But the weirdest part is these skirts are popping up in movies and TV scenes. I don't remember these skirts. On the left and the center, that is from, no, the left is from Grease. The center is from, what's that movie? Pleasantville. And the right is Back to the Future. You guys remember these skirts?
Yeah, I don't remember these at all. Seeing, even from the movie Back to the Future, I've seen it probably hundreds of times. I don't recall these on the dresses at all.
Are they saying that the poodle skirt with the poodle in the leash does no longer exist?
No, it still exists. It's just not the only option.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I started to say I've never seen these things.
It's not even the most common. It's just...
Really?
It was nicknamed the Poodle Skirt.
That don't seem right.
No, it doesn't. So here is the 1950s Back to the Future giraffe circle border print skirt that she wore in the movie that I don't remember her wearing in the movie. Does anyone remember her wearing the giraffe skirt? I thought they were all poodles too.
The giraffe skirt, that looks ridiculous.
I agree.
Why would you? Oh my God. How come they were just called poodle skirts though?
I don't know, unless they were originally just poodles in this reality and then they added other things. But I'm going to tell you, you can see it's not just poodles.
Right.
And they have three-dimensional things on these skirts too.
No way.
I don't even remember this scene, guys. I don't remember the scene where she gets her dress. I do now, but when I found this, I didn't remember this scene in the movie where Biff like harasses her while she's looking at her dress for the dance. I don't remember this scene. I don't remember the skirt.
I remembered the scene, but
not the skirt.
Yeah.
Teresa, do you want to read yours?
I was going to say, if anybody wants, I can.
What am I trying to remember? Sandy?
Nothing. We were asking if you wanted to read yours.
Yeah, okay.
You can get the next one, Jeremy.
Credit Teresa Lynch. We have covered Back to the Future extensively over the years. It seems like every few months something else changes.
Oh, we didn't cover this yet. Go to the next one, Brian.
Oops.
Go to the next one, Brian. No, I mean go to the next slide. Just go to the next.
Which denim jacket did Marty McFly wear in Back to the Future?
I think he's picking yours first, but
Now I remember when we did this one.
yeah, you just did it recently.
Yeah.
But there's people in the chat that have not seen it recently.
Yeah, that's true.
Billboard wear says void for the political affiliations. Welcome, David, aka Logan Freeman.
I like his avatar, but I can't figure out what it is. Looks like a beast lion or something. What is that?
What?
I'm trying to figure out who David, aka Logan Freeman. I like his avatar, but I can't figure out what it is. I can't see it.
What do you guys remember?
It's a tiny circle.
What jacket do you guys remember on the crew?
Well, I love how the panel immediately is 1, 2, and 3. All three options. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. It's a wolf. Okay, I didn't. Yeah, I can see it now, but man, it was just hard to see.
What does the chat remember?
Yes, we're talking about Back to the Future #1, the first movie. Michael Russom says 2, maybe 1. John Otis is guessing 2. Noise Guru is a 1. Evie Noel is a 2. TD Mage is a 3.
Go Kart Bob.
Carp is a 1. And Karen is a 2. And what do you guys remember? Esther? HEBRO?
Definitely not number 3. I'm going to say it's hard to tell on the first one. I'm stuck between 1 and 2, but I don't remember the two-tone color.
Okay.
I was going to say the one in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards too. Number 2.
Is Esther still
Okay.
here?
I don't know. Sandy, do we need to skip through this
No, this is the
or
question.
not? Oh. What color do you remember Marty McFly's puffer vest being in Back to the Future? 1 is the first one, 2 is the second one, and 3 is the third one. And yes, the colors are different.
I'm
But this
still
isn't
trying.
good. If Sandy, if somebody's colorblind, they're going to have problems with this.
I know. But I'm still trying to understand why your name was on the presentation, yet we're looking at all my stuff.
Well, Sandy found this one. Credit goes to Sandy
But
for.
that's I'm just wondering, maybe there's a new one at the end that's yours. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
know.
Well, this one's Sandy's.
I'm just confused. That's all.
I don't know. I don't know.
Michael Fontaine's a 1, but I don't know if that's for the last one. Noise Guru's a 1. TD Mage is a 1. Evie Noel's a 1. Michael Russum's a 1. Michael Fontaine is a 2.
Well, it looks like the first one's more orange. The second one looks more like a burgundy color, dark, deep red, and the third one is more like a cherry red. That's the only way I can explain it. Deeper red in the middle.
HEBRO is... Brian, I know you have to stay muted, but can you look to see if Esther's here, please? She's not answering.
Backstage.
Oh, there she is. I hear her.
I was on mute.
Oh, okay. What do you remember, Esther?
I remember the middle, like, the best I remember. The last, I don't, but I also kind of watched it recently. Well, not like watch it, but I watched part of it the other day. So I might be misremembering from now with what it is now.
Okay. Well, let's move on then.
I don't know what it is now, but if I'm remembering it because of that's what it is now, it's like, I think I originally had said it was the bright color. I can't remember now.
Mine's
okay.
Mine's the one on the left.
Same.
You remember more orange?
Yeah.
I do too.
I think
Not more
because
orange. It was orange.
But remember in the movie how he said, "Did you jump ship?" Because he had a life preserver on. That's probably why that.
Yeah, but that's how I remember it, because that one guy says, "Are you in the Coast Guard or something?"
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And, yeah,
yeah.
And the Coast Guard wore orange vests.
Very true, Hebrew. Very true. Very true.
I mean, that's what I think it anyway.
Okay. I guess we should move on. We've got a long way to go. Next slide, Brian. Okay.
I want to hit the button, but I didn't do anything.
There you go.
All right, so the answer is number 3 for the jackets that everyone said 1 and 2 for. The answer is number 3, but there's actually 2 types of jackets that he wore in the movie. In the first movie, you can see him in the school wearing the blue with the gray, and then also wearing the dark blue with the denim blue. So he wears 2 different jackets, and both are two-tone, which I don't remember.
Yep. Yes.
Yes, it's 3 now, David. Karen says 2 for the vest. John Nada doesn't remember for the vest. And David says 2 for the vest. And yellow-orange for Go-Kart Bob.
Okay.
So here's a comparison. The current reality is on the top, and I remember the bottom. Here he is wearing the gray jacket with the blue on the top.
Power of love.
Mm-hmm.
So did you also do the theme, the nose to nose? Is that coming up? Remember the nose?
Yeah, I don't know. If I don't have a folder for it, then no. I don't think I have that.
We could always mention it.
We could, but then Brian would need to be here to talk about it and to pull it up on the internet because I don't have a folder for it.
Well, maybe you can eventually bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
So this is before the graphic. I threw everything into graphics. Here is the current reality. This is a cherry red.
Yep.
Here is a, what do they call, like a figurine with the gray and blue jacket. Actually, 1:1 scale. That's like full size, right? Sorry, that's a mannequin.
Sandy,
Yes, Teresa.
I'm curious to know the original one that started doing this, what color he wore. You know, Eric Stoltz, the one originally. I wonder what color he had on.
He had the same color vest.
Okay, I'm just curious.
This very red vest. I don't remember red.
Yeah, it looks off.
And
There's
he's
a
wearing the other jacket with the blue. The denim, all denim. I mean, it's all denim. All blue denim, sorry.
Yep.
Here is residue of the jacket. Not the vest for me, but for some of you, if you remember red. Brian, you can move a little faster. You can move through this. You can move, like, different jackets. There's orange and a regular denim jacket. Orange and a regular denim jacket.
Your clothes have been Mandela, Marty. You're gonna come back with me, back to our other reality.
I just had to say that, you know.
Okay. So here's residue of the orange and the denim, like I remember. Now he's wearing orange next to the red. I found that image together. I didn't put them together. He was comparing himself to the picture. Again, an orange vest next to a red Marty. Again, someone comparing themselves wearing an orange vest. And the right denim jacket, too. Now, wrong denim jacket, but orange vest, so I took it. Oh, Brian, we gotta move faster and move on. Like, this is just...
What? The doctor?
See, these would normally be bigger, except he has to go through Flickr because there's no way to organize them without creating new folders and taking up double the space in Flickr.
Hey, don't start that. You'll get me yawning too.
All right, I've just been like super tired the last 2 days.
No, I'm just kidding, but
I need the glasses so bad, and my eyes are just, I can't focus.
Brian, seriously, we can move on to the next one. This is enough residue. HEBRO, you want to read this?
Okay. Well, I can't really. Oh, I could see that one. Okay.
No, just the pink part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't see the other ones. I've covered Marty's vest and jacket changing. Now, something on the jacket may have changed. How many pins do you remember on his jacket?
So wait, this is credit Teresa Lynch. I don't know why it doesn't have it on there, but I have an idea of why it doesn't.
But you know what though? Looking at this right here, I seem to remember him having about 1, 2, 3, 4, like 2 on each side. It seems like.
Okay, so you remember 2 on each side.
Uh-huh.
Michael Fontaine is 2.
I wish it was only 5 o'clock here.
Yeah, I know, right? What time is it there?
It's 8:43.
I guess
You're-
I guess I'm lucky, huh? I'm in the Pacific Coast.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'll be up at 6 in the morning. So
yeah, I got it's 7:43 where I'm at right now.
Evie Noel says 2.
Huh?
we're playing
You're guessing how many pins.
2,
Evie Mage is 2.
2. It's a TV Noel.
It's Evie.
Oh, Evie? Oh, okay.
It used to be Evie. Now it's TV.
Guys, I remember 2. I'm sorry. I have my daughter's laughing and playing around here. Sorry. Yeah, 2 pins is what I remember.
I can't remember. That's one
Wow.
detail I did not remember.
It's 1:43 a.m. where Evie Noel is.
Wow.
I'm staying up late.
Splatter is on the Pacific Coast, Earth time zone.
I thought Splatter was in Canada. Where's
I mean the Pacific time zone. The time zone.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, the time change.
John Nada.
I think I got up at 6 or something this morning, I think, because of the time change.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
I
my
did the
watch
same.
said one time and my phone said a different, so it messed
Mhm.
me up.
That's what happened to me. My microwave said one time and my phone said another time. And I did
Yeah.
the same thing you did. I woke up like way earlier or earlier than what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they don't get rid of that. Like, why are they continuing? It made sense when the farmers needed daylight to get out their crops,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just that's how that all started was because the farmers, and it's
Yeah,
like
it doesn't make sense to keep doing that. I was actually watching a thing today. It said that in the springtime, when we lose an hour of sleep, the things for like heart attacks and stuff like that goes up like 21% or something like that. Like people have more heart attacks during that time because people lose sleep.
wow.
But then in the fall time,
Uh-uh.
an extra hour, they actually decreases by 20. I think it's either 21 or 24% in the fall time. So it actually in the spring, because everybody loses an hour, we actually have more heart attacks in the spring. In the fall time, we have less because we have more sleep. So it's really just messing with like our health in America here just by cutting an hour off our sleep every spring. It's literally creating a health problem for some people.
Sandy, you think that might have something to do with me?
No, not at all. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting, like
Wait,
just losing
what?
more sleep.
We
No,
remembered. Go back, Brian. We didn't read it yet. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Oh, okay. We remember 2 pins, the Russian art pin and the guitar. I almost said guitar. I don't know why.
That's okay.
What we don't remember is this weird pyramid-shaped boomerang pin. Do you remember this? Wow, that's for real.
Yeah.
That thing looks fake. And why would he have a boomerang pin anyways?
No idea, but that's what he has. It's 3 pins
Yeah,
total, everyone.
Teresa, by the way, if you have to go, you're dismissed, okay? If you have to go, that's fine, Teresa.
Okay, is it okay to go?
Yeah, go ahead, Teresa.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have any more of my Mandela Effects, you're welcome to read them.
Good night, Teresa.
Right.
Yeah, have a good
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Teresa.
Thank you guys all for coming. It was fun. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, I think that's.
I am really disturbed looking at my phone in this presentation. My iPad is yellow.
Really?
Like completely, yeah, it's like a warm, hot thing on my iPad. On my phone, it's like a purpley thing.
Oh, no.
Different colors. It's not good.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember this. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat.
Yeah, we don't remember this pin either.
Yeah, I only remember it because the last time when you covered on the show, and that's before then I had never seen it.
I mean, he's in the skateboarding and rock and roll, playing the guitar. The guitar would have made more sense.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. Anything. A skateboard would have made more sense.
I know.
Is it supposed to be a pyramid or something?
No, it's a boomerang. According
Okay.
to everything, it's a boomerang.
In
Why
boomerang.
would it be a boomerang? Maybe they're like time boomerangs, but I don't know.
Wait, is that a boomerang or a guitar pick?
It's not a guitar pick. A guitar pick would be more like thick. It would be like if you squished it.
Oh, see, I'm looking at it from a different angle.
Yeah, no, they have it listed online, like the like the wiki and stuff. It's a boomerang pin.
Oh. That makes no sense at all.
You are up, HEBRO.
Oh, it's clearly visible in many scenes. So you'd think we would have remembered this. Yeah. That's what we just said, basically.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't read it, Brian moves through them.
People might have also thought it was a guitar pick.
For those of you who only remember the round button, the only residue I found with one pin
Was this jacket.
Huh.
But I think everybody remembered too.
The bomb at the top's killing me. I found one piece of residue. The hundreds. Hold on, I'm trying to focus my eyes. The hundreds collaborated with Albine Entertainment.
Amblin.
Oh yeah, Amblin. Thank you. Entertainment, and sold a replica Marty jacket complete with pins. 2 pins, no pyramid. I agree.
And I was calling it a pyramid then before I found out it was a boomerang.
But what's with the bomb guy? What was that?
That's the logo for the company, the Hundreds.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because even in the third one, his relatives weren't they Irish or something like that? Yeah, they were Irish. So it's not like he was Australian. That would make sense. Like if it was supposed to be like kind of like a something that's going to happen in the future, and they just they put it in like that. The first one, they knew they were going to make a third one with his relatives being from Australia. Then I can see where the boomerang comes in.
That's just an odd thing to put on his jacket.
It's not a 4-leaf clover. Yeah. Like, unless originally he was supposed to be from Australia and then they decided to change it to Ireland.
Hey, wait, didn't we just do this one?
We did. Brian, does that mean you're done the link? Or did you skip over anything?
Oh my god, I just noticed the guy's hair.
No, this is one that we talked about, but it's like referencing this one or
I
something.
see. I see.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Esther, do you want to read this?
I can do that. I have a question related to the Theresa's Back to the Future 2 Emmy that we just covered about Leslie Spike O'Malley, but my question is a little more complicated and has nothing to do with Miss O'Malley. It's weird with her eye. Oh my word. Have you ever heard of the competitive sport called slam ball? Okay.
In the chat, yes or no, have you ever heard of slam ball? And feel free on the panel.
Heard of basketball?
Yeah, I like that movie.
I was actually hearing there's a card shop that's here in town, and Nick, he's a lot of fun to talk to, and he always talks about movies. It's like his all-time favorite movie. And whenever he told me the whole synopsis of the movie and everything and like parts of it, and I'm like, I watched the movie and I'm like, there's so many details that are wrong. Like I'm like, either he's really misremembering his favorite movie or things have changed in it. And it's like, I want to bring it up to him, but I'm like, how do I talk to him about the Emmy without looking crazy? Because I go there all the time. So it's like, I got to find a way to be able to get in that conversation without looking weird. So.
Really quickly before you read the slide. LYNCH is being mentioned in the chat by John Nada. I found out LYNCH's in Philly. I drove past it. I was like, huh?
You went too far, Brian. Gotta go back. All right.
Did you? Oh, no.
Yeah, I hadn't read that part.
Oh, he moved forward. I see. Okay, go ahead.
I have never heard of it until this week. Since then, it changed to slam ball from one word. For those of you who have heard of this insanity, you are either from a different reality than I am, or you heard about it in the last 5 days. I'll explain the last part in a second. There's a slam ball court on the episode of King and Queens. I did not know that. Slam ball was a game invented in 2002. Keep that date in mind. It's important. And was televised on the Spike TV until the game dissolved in 2004. Is it supposed to be slam ball? It's a cross between basketball, football, full contact and aggressive, and hockey because there is a goalie. Why not soccer? But at its very basic description, it's basketball with trampolines in the court.
Which seems very dangerous to me, that you could trip over the edge or step wrong and go flying. I don't know. It seems very dangerous to me.
I've heard people using trampolines, but that was like a one-time trick thing, like the Harlem Globetrotters or like the mascots would use those.
So we actually have to read this stuff. Can you see all of that? Is it big enough?
Slam Ball ESPN announces exclusive 2-year broadcast partnership for the 2023 and 2024 season. Wow. ESPN platforms carry more than 30 hours. Okay, that's other stuff.
Just the stuff in red. Yeah.
Well, I can't now.
Brian, we weren't done.
Dust off the trampoline. Slam Ball is back. Slam Ball, an American classic, makes its glorious return to ESPN. Everyone knows it as an American, sorry, my grammar, I'm having a hard time reading. Everyone knows it as American as apple pie, as classic as baseball, right? Right?
Yeah, the American classic that I've never heard of.
But since 2004, the game has been played in colleges, competitions, and slam ball courts, and have been added to some trampoline parks and gyms. Wow, that's cool.
I know, right? Like if I had heard of this, it would have been a thing.
Right.
Yeah, my ex would have been doing this.
Oh, I would have loved it.
Would have been like, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if I have bad knees. I'm going to play this game. All right. Some NBA 2K developers and gaming YouTubers teamed up to make a skin for the 2K sports game too. What?
Splatter says too many injuries killed it, but it's back.
Wow. This game looks ridiculously dangerous, and I would not have missed something this outrageous back then. My ex-husband had spike ball all the time, and he loved watching extreme sports. I mean, really? Yeah, it's basically, trampolines.
I think this is supposed to help white men jump, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, but look at that bottom left picture, how deep those trampolines go. How can people not, like, break a neck with doing this? I don't understand.
That's probably why they went away for a little while.
Thank you, hi, Orion Spur. Nice of you to stop in. And welcome, High Pockets. I saw you sneak in.
But then there is also that 1989 made 2050 newspaper from Back to the Future. It wasn't the ESPN announcement that made me focus on slam ball. It was one of the sidelines on the front page that USA Today in the movie Slam Ball playoffs begin. So my question is, did Back to the Future 2 predict slam ball, or was the game created because of Back to the Future? And how did anyone not to think this is a Mandela?
Because slam ball was not invented until after Back to the Future 2.
Oh, yeah.
So was it invented because of Back to the Future 2? Or did they predict it being invented?
Yeah, it could have been one of those, like, what is it, the Simpsons, predictions.
Mm-hmm. Hey, RT909.
I think it might have been because of Back to the Future, too.
I don't know. Could be. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. I'm sorry. Everything is bouncing.
But guys, if this were real, if this was actually real, what we're seeing, wouldn't you rather watch this over basketball any day?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
Yes, I would.
Definitely looks like you could get a lot more hurt. Definitely. It's
Absolutely.
I don't know, it kind of reminds me of roller derby,
Yeah, I gotta say, because if it was on back then or whatever, I had completely quit watching regular basketball, and I hadn't watched basketball since Michael Jordan was on the Chicago Bulls, back when it was, back when they were good, and if something like this is my point. If something like this would have been on TV, I would have been watching it over basketball for sure.
Right, and I want to point out really quick before Brian takes it off the screen, leave it up for a second, Brian. This guy in the green is slamming his neck and head into that rim. Like, look at that. Like, full force, he's jumping on that trampoline to jump up. His head right into the rim.
Yeah, that's what it's like. It just seems so dangerous.
Yeah, I just don't get it. All right, Brian, you can take it down.
Dodgeball, yeah.
It's like it's like he hit his chin on the brim coming back down.
Yeah, right? TD Mage says they got rid of dodgeball, but then start this back up. Right? Okay, I don't know why it says whoa. I forget this. Whoa, we have all seen this scene full of clocks, but what is this? Let me rewind a second. I have no idea what this one's about.
This one's at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. A man hanging from a clock tower. Look familiar? Oh God, is this like super old? I don't understand. How could Doc possibly know the future, considering the time travel in the series is based one timeline? Once Marty changes time, the mall name changes and everything around him. Unless we are seeing both timelines, but nothing suggests it. I don't know what this is. Like, that's not the font I use.
Oh.
So I don't understand.
Maybe it's a different Sandy.
Maybe. Or maybe it's words from like a website and I threw it in.
Yeah.
But then I usually credit the people, so I'm confused.
Well, I mean, I know that they foreshadowed the movie when they showed that prop like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were doing there. I mean,
Right, but I don't know how old this is. I don't know if this is from when. Most likely, this is from when the clock was first seen. I think Moneybags covered it.
but here's what I
This
do.
is at the very when he walks into before school, when Marty walks in.
Yeah, I
Like the
covered this
very
one.
first.
Or Brian covered this. Someone
Yeah.
covered it. That's all I know.
Yeah.
It's old.
Yeah, as soon as Marty walked in and he walks by the clock before he gets to the guitar to go play it, that's where you see the clock. That's at the very, very beginning.
Actually,
Hey,
they
Sandy,
also show the clock.
What about all the graffiti on the school? Remember that?
I don't have a presentation for it. That's what we were talking about. So he was talking about things you've shown that I don't have presentations for. That you'd have to join and look those things up to show people. What is this?
This is somebody's comment. It's their favorite movie, and I'm not kidding when I say I've watched this film at least 700 times. Whoa! I can literally quote most of the movie word for word. I haven't even finished watching your clip, Uni, because I spot something completely different than what I've seen about 700 times before. The hoverboard that the bad guys are using to chase Marty used to be and always have been all black every single time I've watched this film. There was never any color in the bad guys' hoverboards.
Okay, so he's speaking to Unimatrix, KEM. Those in the chat, do you remember the bad guys' hoverboards being black and red, or just all black? And when he says bad guys, he means Biff and his crew in 2015. And here is the board all black. They used red for that's the name of Biff's thing, I believe. Not sure about that, actually. I don't know what Pitbull is. Is Pitbull the name of his crew?
I don't know.
No, I think Pitbull. I think Pitbull's the name of the hoverboard.
The hoverboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was residue of it being all black. There was no red on it except for the logo. Here is Brian.
Hey guys, that giant camera thing, that radar thing, whatever it is on the top, was never there. We covered that in an earlier video. Sorry.
Yes, and that's why we're showing this. Showing the differences in the car that we don't remember. The car is so messed up from when I first saw this movie. So the bottom car is the first movie, and the top car is the second and third movie. There's the graffiti, Brian.
Yeah, thank you. There's the graffiti. Thanks, Sandy.
All right, then I think you're in the logo and residue folder. You guys remember the graffiti on the building in 2015? Or this was 1985. Oh. I'm sorry. HEBRO? Do you remember it in 1985?
Yeah, the school was all messed up looking with graffiti on it. And that's why when he went back to 55, he said, boy, they cleaned this place up.
Noise Gurus is purple and yellow. Yes, it is Harold Lloyd, the old movie. Yes, the silent film. Evie Noel says black, and TD Mage said black. Bones Brigade says Noise Guru. Thank you. Here's the nose thing Teresa was talking about earlier.
Yeah, there's no way that he got that close.
Guys, they came within inches of each other, not nose to nose. And I reported this one like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's why I have down at the bottom. That's what you said, Brian. Graffiti on school and Strickland touching noses with Marty, not on my timeline, is what you said.
Yeah,
that's for you.
I don't know what this clip
Let me ask you this.
There you go. Brian,
In the Universal logo with MCA, do you guys remember there being 2 rings? Because I only remember 1 or none. I don't remember these 2 rings here. Okay? That's the first thing. This for you. This is where he hooks up to the amp. This is the kicker here. And I want to thank Glenn for finding this one and this other one I'm about to show you. This, hang on, let me pause it. In this scene, he brings out this guitar, okay? Think about it for a minute. What color is that guitar?
So,
the guitar that I remember is red.
I remember
in this reality.
I remember white.
You remember white.
Mm-hmm.
Brian remembers red. Chat, what do you remember? What color guitar do you remember? In the chat. Hebro, can you see Brian's chat? Because I can't.
It's not showing anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Red.
Yellow.
Where are you?
Michael Fontaine.
I remember red. I remember red.
This is red. Tive.
Full-size black Fender Strat. From Noise Guru.
So Noise Guru is black. Michael Fontaine is yellow. TV yellow.
Yeah.
Evie Noel is red. Ryu Gaming thinks red.
I always thought it was red, like a full-size red guitar.
Go-Kart Bob says Sunburst.
Oh.
TD Mage thinks I remember white too. High Pockets is red. All right, Brian, you can continue your video. And Evie Noel is definitely full size.
It's brown. Watch.
What? It's brown?
I thought it was yellow.
Brian, I think your video changed. I don't remember you saying brown.
Oh my word, it's like a tan color.
Wow.
I mean, look at it. It looks like a little ukulele, sort of.
Yeah.
It's
okay. We need to
guys. Let me just say. Let me just say that in that video, I said yellow and it changed to brown.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that is a yellow guitar.
Really?
And
it's
I
so
don't
tiny.
remember Brian saying brown.
This is where he hooks up to the amp.
Brown.
This is the kicker here. Here, where they're at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and Marvin Berry has cut his hand, so he's got his hand wrapped up in some gauze. The thing is, when he's calling his brother Chuck on the phone, do you guys ever remember seeing blood on his hand? Watch. Here, where they're at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and Marvin Berry.
Okay, did you guys see the blood on his bandage? I don't remember that at all, guys. And I did report that one. I remember the bandage was there, but it was not bleeding through.
I agree, and I also don't remember you saying brown for the guitar. That's still blowing my mind because It's a yellow guitar, and you said yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a race. Of course it's a race.
It's right after that paper.
But what does that mean? It means your future hasn't been written yet. No one's has. Your future is.
You guys saw that, right? Watch this. Watch this.
It means your future.
He says, "Come here, watch what he does." You guys ever remember that? Oh my gosh, do you guys ever remember him doing that? Let me slow it down for you, okay? So you can see that again. This is crazy. I do not remember that.
Guys, look at the little boy on the train. Rewind it, Brian.
Okay, what I was pointing to there was this little boy that was on set. Jules and Vern. Vern, the other one, he was pointing to his, and he had to use the bathroom, I guess. But I don't remember that part of the scene. Do you?
I remember them doing the commentary about it when I bought the.
But how many years ago was it?
I don't
when
know.
You saw the
couple.
How many? When you saw the commentary?
It's been a few. Know that.
Wow, Michael Fontaine said they did a goof. He was playing a 1959 Gibson SE. 1955.
Of course it's a race.
It's right after that paper.
But what does that mean? It means your future hasn't been written yet. No one's has. Your future is.
You guys saw that, right? Watch this. Watch this.
It means your future.
He says, "Come here, watch what he does." You guys ever remember that? Oh my gosh, do you guys ever remember him doing that? Let me slow it down for you, okay?
Just give me something without any sugar in it, okay?
Give me some without any sugar, all right, okay? So watch this. You heard that?
Wow. Change.
There it is. Oh, wow. You saw that, guys, right?
Nope.
It's right here on the lower, on the bottom. I knew it was wrong right away when I heard the man clang change on the table. That was not there.
No.
And see the guitar pick.
Huge. I mean,
You definitely see the guitar pick right here. That was not there.
why would you just give me something without any sugar in it, okay?
Give me some.
Okay, so while I was putting together the video clips for Brian of Brian's things, do you guys remember the blue ring around the speaker? And also the headlights on the VW van in the Twin Pines mall parking lot. The headlights are now red. Do you guys remember this?
Real quick, I want to say something about the added without sugar line that he did.
Yes.
Was it? Is the other one still in there where he says, "Give me a tab"?
Yeah, it's still in there.
And all that, the other stuff.
Yeah, he was just pointing out the money with the pick on the counter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I have to ask you guys, do you remember the change clanging on the table like that? Do you remember him actually giving any change? I thought he didn't pay the man.
I thought he didn't have any money because all of his money was from 1985.
Exactly.
No, he had I think it was like a nickel or something, but it wasn't. He didn't give him any change.
Can you imagine if he showed him some money from the future?
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
That's the thing. I vaguely remember the guy at the counter saying something about it, like, what is this? Like this is fake money because of the year. I vaguely remember that. So now I'm gonna have to go watch that scene again.
They should have, and if it
changing anywhere,
and if it hadn't been said, they should have thrown that in there about the money, like in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they do address it. They do address it when Doc. Was it Doc? When he has to. Oh no, it's when he has to go back to get the almanac. In the second movie, he goes back to get the almanac. Doc says something along those. Oh no, he gets out the briefcase and he has all these different things, and then he has 1955 money. And do you remember that part?
Yes.
Okay.
I do want to say that Evie does not remember the red headlights or the blue ring. She's the only one who put an answer in the chat, so thank you. And she also said he didn't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
And Super Mario Brothers says, wasn't the van gray or white?
I remember a white van.
I remember blue and white, but I also don't remember it being in a VW. Like the van changed for me. It's a different van. You can go on to the next one, Brian.
It's not a Volkswagen? Wait, it's not a Volkswagen?
No, it is a Volkswagen. I don't remember it originally being a Volkswagen.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, it is a Volkswagen. All right, guys, which clock tower do you remember in Back to the Future? Now, I'm going to tell you the difference is the top, the roof. Do you remember 1, 2, or 3 in the chat? Do you remember a weather vane, a spike, a lightning rod? That's what I meant to say, not a spike, a lightning rod, or nothing? A weather vane, a lightning rod, or nothing? 1, 2, or 3? What do you guys remember?
Man, I don't remember a lightning rod being on top of this thing. I don't actually remember anything metal being on top.
So you would be a 3.
Yeah.
Esther, how about you?
Again, if it didn't have anything on it, how did lightning strike it so that it caused a fire? That's what.
Lightning can strike anything. It doesn't need a lightning rod.
Well, no, I understand that.
It's weird.
But I'm just. Huh?
I always had a problem.
Sorry, I'm trying to talk in between my daughter's loud noises. I'm sorry about that, guys. Audience, thank you for bearing with us. So the weather vane, I don't remember that weather vane on top with the north, south, east, and west thing. I think it was number 2 after the lightning hit it, but I remember number 3 in my mind.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
Doc installed it. He installed it on that building. It wasn't there before him putting it there.
Esther, what do you remember?
I don't remember the weather vane.
Okay, in the chat, you guys are going to be shocked what the chat says. So Artsy909 says 1.
Sorry.
1. High Pocket says 1. TD Mage is a 1. Michael Fontaine is a 2. Ryogamine is a 1. EV Noel is a 3. Go-Kart Bob is a 3. Mr. Super Sidewiner is a 1 or 2, guessing. Michael Russum is a 3. The ones have it.
Hey, Sandy, I'm not sure if you covered it yet, but there is this thing with the clock with the 2 lines. Some people remember the lines facing each other, the gargoyles or whatever they are. They were facing each other.
I think that's coming up, Ryan. I covered it for you. In my past, there was never anything on top of the building. It was 3 for me. And these are actual sets and props and scenes with nothing on top. They weren't finished building them yet. But it's always been number 1. So the people that remember 1 are correct. It's always been a weather vane, which I do not remember.
I thought they put that in there after the clock got struck by lightning.
No,
that would make sense. But
so here's another question. We're going to go with A and B this time. Where do you remember the lightning striking the clock tower? Do you remember it striking the weather vane or the clock face? Where do you remember the lightning striking? The weather vane or the clock face? A or B? Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, it's okay, man. I remember the clock's face.
Mm-hmm. That's what I remember.
B for both of you. All right, let's see what the chat says.
I remember hitting the clock's face as well.
Okay.
It
Brian's
struck
waiting
the
for the
clock. It
chat.
struck the clock's face after hitting the wire, and then it traveled down the wire.
I'm waiting to hear what the chat says. Siren Offspring says A. Sean Alki, welcome. I hope I pronounced your name right. A. TD Mage is B. Evie Noel is B. Michael Fontaine says A. High Pockets A. Ryuganine A. Michael Russum B. Let's see. Go-Kart Bob's talking about Chevys and Toyotas. I'm sorry, guys. There's an ambulance going by. Angela Baby Carson, welcome, says A. Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you, Sean. All right. Brian, we can go on. And if you're in Brian's chat, I'm very sorry I can't see you. In my past, the lightning struck the face of the clock. Now it strikes the weather vane in a sweeping motion, making contact from the left. I remember the lightning coming straight down from the right and striking the face, leaving a black mark on the face of the clock. That's my past. Those of you that said A have the current memory, but I don't remember all this lightning. I don't remember it going around to the other side, striking the weather vane. No. It came straight down from the right and hit the clock face and left a big black blemish on the face of the clock in my past. As a matter of fact, though, I believe that the blemish is still there, which makes no sense because the clock face never gets hit. Next slide, Brian. Yeah, there's the blemish. After the lightning strikes, it looks like a shriveled lightning rod. So it looks like number 2 after the lightning strikes. But the interesting part for me is there's a mark on the clock face where I remember the lightning striking. Why would there be a mark on the clock face if it never struck the clock? Those of you that remember A, I would like to hear your theory.
I still don't remember seeing the hole in the clock, though. That's new for me.
No, I do remember the hole. I do.
I don't remember the hole.
Because lightning struck it, and now it doesn't. I also have a strong memory of Doc trying to throw the cable and hook it onto the second hand of the clock, which does not happen. Instead, the cable dangles from the roof attached to the weather vane. So I remember him like holding on and trying to throw the clock over the second hand, like the cable over the second hand. I remember him trying to throw it over with the wind and he couldn't do it. And now that doesn't happen. Does anyone share that memory with me?
I seem to remember the cable grabbing onto his ankle or something.
Yes, and he's got to lift it up with his foot, yes.
Yeah, that's what I remembered. And his pant leg, too, kind of. Like in the pant leg?
Yes, that still happens. I'm talking about the other side of the cable. He had to throw it over the second hand, and that part isn't there anymore.
What, huh? I clearly remember that.
No, I remember him winding the cable up, and he once it was wound up, he slid it onto the minute hand, and then he was able to slide down and get away and escape.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in like that mad dash where everything disconnects. He's got to throw it over the second hand. That part doesn't happen anymore. He doesn't throw it. He's not trying to throw it over the second hand to get.
Well, actually, it does something with the gargoyle. It messes up the gargoyle.
TD Mace says Team Sam.
Did you hear me? It messes up the gargoyle. Doesn't the gargoyle fall off?
I don't remember the gargoyle falling off.
I remember Doc breaks a piece of the concrete off.
Yeah,
when
he
slipped.
does. He does, like his foot.
Yeah, I do remember the concrete.
He does break a piece of the ledge off, yes. Not the gargoyle.
I remember in Ghostbusters, the gargoyle fell.
That may be what I'm thinking about, the gargoyle falling on that point. But anyway, there was a piece of the concrete that fell off when Doc slipped.
So here's the current reality, lightning striking the weather vane, weather vanes, and lightning rods, which is just a shriveled weather vane. More current reality. Now here's residue. And let me see, Brian, wait for it to get on my screen because I'm looking for one specifically. But this is all with nothing on top. All right, next one. Any with lightning? I'm looking for one with lightning, but they're all with nothing on top. Okay, here's the lightning. All right. This is the current reality. You see how it goes at the top? Do you see how it like spins around? But then the images below just have it coming from the right. The lightning on the bottom right is how I remember the lightning actually coming down, but striking the clock face instead of the weather vane. I don't remember it spinning around, and I think I have video of it. I hope I do. Next one, Brian. The top left is exactly what I remember. Someone did a 3D model or a cartoon. That is exactly what I remember, right to the spot that it hit. Also the picture in the bottom left and the picture, all of these. This is all residue if I remember, from the right straight down on the clock face. Some other things that have changed for me. Chat. What word was on this paper under the word flux? Flux C blank. Please fill in the word in the chat. Brian, don't move. Flux C blank. What is the C word?
Can't say
HEBRO?
that. Huh? The C word. You can't say that on YouTube.
Not that C word. The C word on the paper.
I know.
I know.
All right. Capacitor.
And what do you remember, Esther?
Time flux capacitor, right?
Okay, so in the chat, we have, let's see, David, a.k.a. Logan Freeman with capacitor. Michael Fontaine is capacitor. TD Mage is capacitor. Ryogamine is capacitor. You did spell it right. You guys did, you were all good. Mr. Super Sidewinder says, yes, Sandy, so capacitor. Evie Noel is capacitor. High Pockets is capacitor. Brian, what do you remember? Can you jump in real quick and tell me what you remember? I guess not.
I do have this to say real quick. I don't know if you have this as your residue or not, but in Star Trek, The Next Generation, Geordi's going through the parts list in engineering, and he refers to one of the parts as the flux capacitor.
I don't have that as my residue. That's cool. But I have to read the chat real quick. Go-Kart Bob is capacitor. Welcome, Quentin Danto, who says capacitor. Mr. Super Sidewinder, capacitor. We can move on because if this is 100%, everyone's wrong. I remember this paper saying flux capacitor, but it says compressor or compression. While the characters only call it a flux capacitor, this paper now reads flux compression. Do you remember compression? No one said compression, so I'm guessing none of you remember it.
What the heck?
I'm not kidding. It's flux compression now on the paper. Someone has it tattooed on their
No,
blog.
that was flux capacitor all the way.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hi, Orion Spur says, oh, hell no. It was capacitor for sure. I agree. Everyone's saying no in the chat. So here's residue of capacitor. Here is the paper with capacitor written on it in two places. Like replica props.
Yeah, Sandy, notice how it says there Uncle Dan.
Huh?
The top left image says Uncle Dan.
Uncle Dan? Oh, yeah. But that's not what it's from. It's not from, it's actually from Uncle Dan, not who you're thinking of. This wire was standard black in my past. Now it's bright red. Do you guys remember the electrical cable being red? Because I do not. The cable that the lightning comes down on. Do you remember it being red?
You sure that's not from the street lights or something?
I'm sure.
No, it's black. There's a black wire.
Black wire for me.
Yeah. Hi, Barbara. Black only, says David. Hi, Orion Spur. It's actually compression, not even compressor. Compressor sounds better than compression. Michael Fontaine remembers silver. TD Mage remembers black. Artsy 909 and Evie Noel say no. I don't remember the store in the 1985 town square. Do you? Does anyone remember the third eye? I don't remember the store.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? Hey, did you know, by the way, this is a little, what they call that, trivia fact. Did you know that Back to the Future used the same lot as Gremlins?
I did not.
Yeah.
But I do not remember the store. And everyone's saying no. That's creepy, says Hi Orion Spur. Ryogamine says black, but I'm thinking if one touches with the car, it's like exposed wires. I thought it was a big extension cable. And it was black for me. TD Mage with the store says no, and I hate it. No, not red, says Mr. Super Sidewinder. David says the third eye store didn't exist. Weirdness. Michael Russum remembers it.
Oh, no.
But remembered seeing it less than 10 years ago.
I don't remember it at all. I'm going to tell you this right now. It seems like some shit that Hollywood would put in there nowadays, but back then, no. That is, it looks out of place. The kind of town that he's in wouldn't have something like that.
I agree. I have no memory of Doc wearing a headset with a stick microphone here. It's in both the original and remade version with the new Jennifer. Do you guys remember like the telemarketer earpiece on Doc?
For me, it was the sunglasses, and he did have like a Bluetoothy type thing, but it wasn't like that. It was sunglasses.
He does still have the sunglasses. They're pushed up.
The sunglasses had almost like what they call them, Google glasses. They were kind of like that, where he could click a button and talk. He didn't need a microphone.
Yeah, like an earbud. I don't remember the stick.
Yeah. That looks ridiculous.
I agree. Evie says no. Wow, 34 watching in my on my channel. You guys are awesome. Brian McFarlane noticed something as well. Here you go, Brian, what you kept mentioning. He remembers these statues facing the clock. Does anyone else remember the gargoyles facing the clock instead of having their backs to it? Also, residue of nothing on top.
Yeah. I remember them. Seems like they wouldn't be facing forward. It seems like I do remember like one on each side looking directly into the clock. You know what I mean? Like, but also at the same time, I kind of see how that would kind of cover up the clock if they were doing that. Like people looking up wouldn't really be able to see the clock at the bottom. So they would have to be more spaced out, like, well, like that, but turned around facing the other way.
I can't see that yet.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'm waiting for Brian to switch back because of the delay. Right. That's how Brian remembers it. The one on the bottom.
Oh, okay. That would make sense. That's what I was saying about they'd have to be spaced out, like apart. Like
Wait, stop. Are those dogs?
Those look like dogs.
Brian, did the gargoyles become dogs? Can you zoom in on the bottom one? The photograph? They look like hounds, like bloodhounds. Oh, I need to get a better image. Guys, I'll be back from the chat.
This is freaking me out a little bit because I remember just like your stereotypical gargoyles. I don't remember freaking dogs.
I don't either, and that's why I'm getting a high quality image. Give me a moment. When I search gargoyles in Hill Valley, it shows me gargoyles on other things, not Hill Valley, because I don't think they are anymore. What are they? I can't find a high quality image. What are the statues next to the clock in Hill Valley? They're cougars.
Huh?
They're two black cougars.
For real?
In the chat, for real. Do you guys remember them being black cougars? We were close with dog. They're cats. Big cats. Anyone? They said, I think they are Panthers now, says Mr. Super Sidewinder. You really
Oh,
close.
man. Dude, I just thought of a very inappropriate joke.
Yeah, you can keep that one.
Yeah, I'll leave it to myself.
Oh my gosh.
About cougars.
They were gargoyles. They were not cougars. So we just found a new one live on air.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
John Nada.
We got all no's in the chat. Hi, Ryan Spur says that's wild. Analog Lime says, yeah, cougars. So Analog Lime remembers cougars.
Really?
PD Maid says,
Oh, yeah.
sure, why not? Everything else has changed in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, they keep going back to the future and changing it, you know.
Stop it. Why are there windows?
Wait, there are behind them.
Why are there windows? Is that the real clock? Stop it. Give me a minute. If there's
What?
windows, why
Nope.
wouldn't he have just gone inside and gone out the window on the clock tower? Stop it. Give me a minute. Hill Valley Clock Tower. I got to
Whoa.
see if that's the real image. Hold on.
I think
I don't remember windows either. There's windows. No way.
there they are.
Stop it. I don't see windows here.
Sandy, I don't remember Windows either.
Oh my gosh. Stop it.
That was weird. I was just looking at that image and there wasn't anything there that I looked back and you said windows and I'm like, where'd they come from?
They just come up there too.
Oh my gosh, there's two big windows. Why wouldn't Doc Brown just go out the window instead of having to climb on the wait, or does he how does he get up there?
Zip
Does
line. He
No,
zip
has he
lines across.
he zip lines to get onto the
Oh,
roof?
wait. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't he use like a ladder or something?
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
How does Doc Brown what's the chat saying? Hebro, can you read it?
The chat is saying nothing about the windows or how he
The
got up
windows
there.
are solid black. Or solid brick, sorry.
They're saying there was no windows.
This is Brian Staveley covered the change.
Which one?
I'm assuming the windows.
Guys, can you be specific so I can
really?
credit him? What did Brian Staveley cover?
I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. He said the windows suddenly appeared right now. I'm like, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was literally looking at that image. I looked away. I
Mhm.
looked back when you said windows, and I'm like, whoa! And I looked at it
I
again.
agree.
Where'd they go?
I agree that just for me too, it just like all right just before she said it's like poof. Like what the F? That
Yeah, I
is
see what you're saying.
messed up, dude.
Yeah, that's weird. Like
That is-
talk
isn't
about change right before your eyes.
Yeah. That's wild. Right there. He's up in there.
I am
Yeah,
watching the
yeah,
clock
you can
tower
see it.
scene. Hold up.
You can see him right there in that picture.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what about the 1885 photograph? I wonder if they're in there.
Brian, we already asked this question that's on the screen. We already asked these. I need someone else to read. I'm trying to see how Doc Brown gets up here.
Yeah, I was trying to see if anyone remembered the windows there in the 1885 clock.
No windows, says David, aka Logan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
But which one did Brian Staveley cover?
I'm not sure.
The Cougars, the windows, what?
I think he covered the Cougars.
Might have been.
Anyway, so here's the thing: top or bottom. Now I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible. My daughter's entertained at the moment. So top or bottom, which jacket do you guys remember?
Today.
Which one do you guys remember?
White or tan?
Oh, he covered the Panthers.
He covered the Panthers. Thank you. So Brian Staveley covered the Cougars, which were Panthers at the time, but now they're Cougars.
Dude,
Yeah,
And we just found the windows out of nowhere.
Didn't he have an all white suit? Like I can remember a white jacket for sure.
Yeah, it was a white. I remember thinking, boy, white, like get that dirty,
Yeah, I was thinking it was bright. It was like the top one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's saying white, the top one.
Yeah, it was white in my reality.
Babies. No.
But if you look, it's kind of got a yellow color to it now.
Yeah.
Guys, can someone give me a search term? Because I cannot find this scene. I'm only finding it like halfway in between.
There is residue here. Look, guys, for George McFly. He's wearing a white coat there.
Anyone? Anyone? Give me a search term to Google.
What are you trying to search for?
I'm trying to find how he gets up on the clock tower.
I don't know. I think it was just one of those, like, he's just there.
I just gotta find it. Oh, ending. All right, I think I found it. No, this is the other movie.
Maybe he climbs up through the window now.
All right, I found it. Hold on. Nope, I didn't find it. That's
Does
what
he
I'm
get up
saying.
through the?
I want to know if he goes through the window. If you see it, I can't
You know, for
find
some
the
reason,
scene.
I feel like I'm getting a download maybe, and maybe he does go through the window.
Everything I find is like 2 minutes long. It's just the ending, like the very end of it. I need something that's like 8, 9 minutes.
No. Yes, it's girl. Girl.
You guys see that the yellow business jacket there? It's not yellow. It's kind of like a tan or what is it? What color is that? Cream? I think it's more of a cream.
I
Yeah, it's a
remember it white.
cream tuxedo now.
It's like I would actually call it like a tan. It's a light tan.
It was more like that. Yeah, it was more white. It's so weird now that it's cream. George, see, and people are saying here in Futurepedia, George dressed in a white tuxedo and went to the dance alone as planned. See that? Free shipping. Happy birthday. Hey, you. I'm not going to say it, but, you know, that's one of his famous lines.
There is no
Drawing.
clip online before they all start with him on the clock tower or the wire already set up. I can't find any before that.
No.
Does anyone know, like, off the top of their head? Wait a minute. He goes inside the building. He goes inside the building and comes out the window now.
Oh, gosh.
I just remember him like somehow getting. I never knew how he got up there.
Okay, but he's going through the clock itself. Hold on, I want to see if he goes through windows or the clock face.
But yeah, I do agree with is it Esther?
Yeah.
You're Esther?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do agree with you. I just remember him just being there, like he's just there, like poof.
That's what I remember. I remember him fixing the wire just in time to save Marty and get him back.
Here, Brian, I'm going to send you a picture to show after you're done showing that folder.
It was such an intense scene. You didn't question how did he get up there. He was just there. It was just such an intense scene that it just that's like one of those you didn't need to know how he got up there.
Right.
You know, like question it, that wasn't something you had to question.
And here you can see that clearly that they are cougars.
No. Dude, that's weird. I don't remember cougars or any of that. I just remember it being like stereotypical gargoyles.
You. Yes, I need to do. What's here?
That's a good image, Sandy.
The ship is gone.
Thank you.
Ship is going to work.
Does everybody see that?
We don't need.
Yeah.
Not yet. Give him a minute. There is a delay, Brian. Now we can see it. And there's his head.
This house. We buy this house.
Now that you guys see it, does this look familiar to anyone?
No, not at all.
No, I just remember him being up there.
Yeah.
I just remember him being up there, Sandy.
Same.
That looks so weird. Looks very foreign.
Okay, hi, Ryan Spur says just weird looking. Brad Gaming says TD Mage says no. Evie Noel is a no. Oh gosh. Michael Fontaine says his clock tower has been in 8 movies since it was built. Yes, the ladder is something I remember too, David. So Esther as well. Esther said the ladder.
Mm-hmm. Because I thought I got caught on the ladder or something like that was like.
And David Logan says, strangeness. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's all fuzzy because I believe it's fuzzy because it's different from what we remember. Okay. Yes or no? And if you know the answer to this, answer what you originally answered, please. To be continued. Do you remember Back to the Future ending with this in the theater? And Brian, I have a little bit of new residue for this that I want to send you for when you're done this.
I can tell you.
Brian, can you go back, please? They didn't answer yet.
I know, right? I can tell you, I know it was on the DVDs and the Blu-rays, and so my point is, seeing it on the DVDs and Blu-rays when I saw it, or even the VHS, when I saw it at the time, I didn't think any different. Like I thought it was just always there, like in the movie theater. You know, like why wouldn't it been in the movie theater if it's on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray? You know. But I didn't see the first one in the movie theater. I saw the second one in the movie theater, and I remember that one also had a to be continued on it.
Can you read the chat because I'm getting stuff together for Brian?
See here. Let me scroll up a little bit. It says Michael Fontaine says he remembers this, and David A.K. Logan Freeman's talking about the clock, how he got up there. Yeah, he set it all up with a ladder, and then the ladder falls, and he gets stuck up there, then zip lines down to plug it in. And that's what I remember right on time. Let's see. Ryu. I can't pronounce
Just say
this.
Ryu. Just say
Okay.
Ryu.
Ryu says theater. I don't know, but home copy. I think yes. Super Mario Brothers 3. The windows are not on the 2015 clock tower yet. Really? Super. Oh, Orion Spur. Oh, never mind. That's not to do with the. Let me scroll down here. TD Medge says didn't see it in theaters. Artistry 909 says seems familiar. And let's see here. I think that's all I'm seeing on that. So
Can you continue reading while I put this together?
sure.
Thank you.
All right. The to be continued title card wasn't in the theatrical release of Back to the Future. It was added to the home video release after the actors had signed on to do 2 more sequels. Let's see here. Back to the Future is in. Oh, I see. You got the. When the film was released on VHS in 1986, Universal added a to be continued, which not what I remember. I remember it being in theaters. Like I said, for the second one at least. Though none was planned at the moment, with the actors in agreement to the terms. See, it's real small print. I'm having trouble.
Yeah, that's normally when we'd ask Brian to read it because he can see it better.
Yeah. But I do agree, though. I do agree that the to be continued was in the theater for sure.
I remember it for sure. I saw it in the theater multiple times.
I could read this one. Did Back to the Future originally not end with the to be continued? I'm 100% sure it was. So yeah, that's the one I can't read. I'll try though. Let me give it a shot. Trigger the time travel. Huh? Is that what that says? Trigger? The time traveling aspect of the vehicle, but Brown informs him, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. The car then begins to fly and take off into the future, and then to be continued flashes on the screen. Yep. Or did it? A recurring type of legend is people remember seeing things.
Guys, I'm sorry. I remember seeing this in the theaters, not on tape. It was on theaters.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Sandy, are you back
I'm here.
yet? Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Can you read it?
You're not back? Okay.
No.
It's cool. Oh, no, wasn't that it right there, what I read?
Brian? Brian? This was 100% in the theater for me.
Sorry. What are you saying, Sandy?
I was telling you to turn to the next slide. Because he can't read it. They're too small.
Oh, boy. Can,
Originally,
anybody
originally posted by Mr. Joshua. I totally agree. I only like Back to the Future. Plus, if memory serves me well, the original release did not have to be continued at the end. I saw these movies in theater to be continued on the original theater release. Or
see,
was
the ones in the green are easier to read for some reason.
So getting the idea of to be continued from the movie Back to the Future, which ends with those words in huge letters. The Everlasting Story of Nori. Coach's running club, Back to the Future with my old man. Never forget him trying to explain to be continued as we left the Orpheus Theater. In my disbelief, I have to wait for the next film. I never watched any of these in theaters, so. To be continued, testament of the power of the movie that for the first time in my life, I was keen to just know more about the process. Was there really going to be more? Turns out it was just a tease, of course, originally, but thankfully they decided to come back.
Yeah, you know what else kind of lines up with that? If they didn't show that in theaters, then why was Robert Zemeckis, when he did the commentary, he talked about they didn't really plan anything for Back to the Future 2. They were just doing the joke. And but when the studios saw that and they made all the money they made, they said, shit, we need to go ahead and do work on the sequel because we're already said to be continued. So why would they worry about it if it wasn't shown in theaters? Because that's the only time when people can't, fast forward it or whatever.
This one says both Back to the Future and See You Yesterday end on a massive cliffhanger. Back to the Future closes with a conversation between Marty McFly and Doc as they prepare for another ride in their traveling DeLorean. And Doc delivers the iconic line, roads where we're going, we don't need roads. It ends with the words, to be continued, flashing across the screen. Exactly what I remember.
I thought they had that in the DVD too. Like that's what they said.
Before you go to the next one, I sent you a picture I want you to show. They claim that it was added to the VHS, and now it's been removed from all physical copies.
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember seeing to be continued.
So this is... Stay here, Ryan. Let Esther finish so I can read it. Go ahead, Esther.
But yeah, that was just on the DVD version or VHS version because I never had at least I never saw it in the theater.
I saw it in the theater multiple times. All right, so this is IMDb. They're frequently asked questions. I just thought it was funny that one of the frequently asked questions was to be continued title card on the original theatrical release. We see this frequently with Mandela Effects. Why would they even have to ask that? But the answer, because it's like Wikipedia, people can write whatever they want, is yes. Source: I watched it back then in the theaters. And then someone replied, no. No, it wasn't there. So both answers are on the frequently asked questions of IMDb. And then the next slide, Brian. Well, actually, it's images, because it wouldn't fit into a slide. It's Reddit. Next picture, Brian. Maybe he walked away. Brian, are you there? Next picture. No? I'm talking about the next picture I sent you. Brian, look at the next picture I sent you, not the slide.
Sandy, I'm sorry, I can't talk because of 80s wide awake.
No, I mean, I sent you two more pictures.
Okay, I'll look.
Just wondering if we have a lot more left, or just because it's 10 o'clock here.
We have 5 more folders left, but the other folders are very short.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, and that's kind of like when I should. It's kind of my cutoff time.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's because I have to get up at 6, and I still gotta make my lunch for tomorrow.
So this is a Reddit post. I can't see the date yet because it's not on my screen yet. But excited to see Back to the Future in the theater tomorrow. It was 16 days ago, guys. So 16 days ago, 2 weeks ago, they were doing this. They were re-releasing them in theaters, in certain theaters. And the next image is someone commenting under this post. I saw it too today in theaters. It was such a joyful experience to see it for the first time. Only weird thing, they didn't show the to be continued written. It just rolled the credits. So they were stating what it is now, where it's not there. There is no to be continued. It just rolls the credits.
That is weird, dude.
Mm-hmm. All right, Brian, are you in Flickr now? Because this one's in Flickr, which would probably make it easier for you.
Yeah, Sandy, we've got to speed through these, okay?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Do you want to just get the Flickr? Because this one's in Flickr.
I'm in the Flickr.
Okay, good. All right, this was part of another presentation. What happens next? When Marty drives Lorraine to the dance, they sit in the car, talk, and she kisses him. What happens next? Now, if you saw my short, you already know the answer to this. So I think the question's on the next slide, Brian. And if it's not, we're going to just give it away. Brian, next slide. He's telling me we need to rush and he's not moving. Brian, next slide. Brian, are you there? You don't need to talk. I need the next slide. Did we lose Brian?
No, all I can see is the screen with the Maureen on the front.
I know. He's not doing anything. Oh, there we go.
Sorry, guys. My daughter is running amok. I'm sorry about that.
All right. So does Biff surprise them and grab Marty out of the car? Or do they know Biff is coming and then he grabs Marty out of the car? So he surprises, one or two. Does Biff surprise them or do they know Biff is coming? 1 or 2 in the chat. What do you remember? Not what you know based on my short and me presenting this. Michael Russum says surprise them. David says they weren't there. Moon Freedom Welcome says surprise them. Ryu says someone was coming, but also remember surprised.
Yeah,
Lee
he was
Noel is
completely
1.
surprised. He was completely surprised. Now Marty's not surprised.
What do you remember, HEBRO, Esther?
Oh, he definitely was surprised.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was surprised with shock on his face.
Yeah, because he was expecting what's his name? Then to have Biff come up to the car. He's like, oops, wrong person.
Barbara's daughter says surprise. All right, we can go on because we have to move. I've seen this movie more times than I can count. They were talking, and out of nowhere, Biff opens the door, surprising them while pulling Marty out of the car. But this is not what happens now.
It makes perfect sense. He's coming.
He caused $300 damage to my car.
It makes perfect sense. He's coming.
He caused $300 damage to my car.
It makes perfect sense. He's coming.
He caused $300 damage to my car.
It makes perfect.
Oh, I was muted. I was saying, Brian, I didn't read it yet. Can you go back? I was waiting for you to pause it.
It makes perfect sense.
All right, now Lorraine sees Biff coming and says somebody's coming before Biff opens the door. There's even light, suspenseful background music now. I'm waiting for it to get on my screen, guys. I'm sorry. Does this scene match your memory? It does not match my memory. There was no, like, warning from Lorraine that somebody was coming.
Yeah, that weird music now is, I don't remember that either.
No, absolutely not. And Marty looks like resigned to getting his face punched. Like he's like, oh great, here we go. I don't remember that face either. It was just shock and surprise.
Yeah, it sounds like she said he's coming.
Right, but I slowed it down. It's somebody's coming. And the subtitles say who's coming. Which did you hear? Somebody or whose or he's? Regardless, I do not remember her looking back or even looking back. I don't remember her looking to the back of the car. Or hearing her say anything about Biff coming. Do you? He pulls him from the car more gently than before, too. I remember him, like, ripping him out of the car. And now it's just like a gentle pull.
Yeah, because he was really mad.
Mm-hmm. Also, during the dance, do you guys remember Marvin Berry having his initials, which are completely merged on the stage? This is completely new for us. I don't remember the MB being there or merged.
No, because he it was like a joke for the audience. Like we did, you know, it was like a surprise for them that that's who that was. You know what I mean?
I agree. Also, this is not a Mandela, but I wanted to share this in case someone thinks it is. When they refilmed the scenes with the new Jennifer, the color of the shirt was a little bluer. But in natural light, the shirts look identical. So it didn't change. It's the same shirt. It's the lighting, I believe, more than anything. All right, Brian, let's get to the new ones. They're shorter, much shorter than these. Okay. Credit Michael Russum. In the past, we have covered the Back to the Future logo merging, specifically the CK and the RE. But Michael noticed something off about the logo that, to my knowledge, wasn't discussed before. I tried. But first, a disclaimer. Michael, talking directly to you. I tried my best based on your description. Hopefully, one of the options will better fit your memory than the current reality. Okay, on to the question. All right, 1, 2, or 3. So 1, 2 at the top, and then 3 is on the bottom. Which Back to the Future logo best matches your memory? 1 at the top left, 2 top right, 3 bottom. Now, I'm not asking what you remember. I'm asking which one best matches your memory. And the red lines on the side I drew. They're there on purpose to show you the difference in the logo.
Okay, well,
So there's a little curve at the top left. On the top right, it's straight, still italic, but straight. And then on the bottom, it's got a deeper curve, like a cylindrical curve.
I seem to remember top left for some reason.
Okay. I'm really curious which one's closest for Michael Russum, because this was his presentation.
Yeah, I'd say number 1. I mean, the bottom one looks more like the font, but number 1, it wasn't, I don't know, it didn't look like it was rounded.
Okay, here's the thing. Michael, number 3 is the current logo, and you're saying that one's still the closest. He says, thank you for trying, but none. Yeah, it's really hard to make something based on what I can't see what you're seeing in your head. So we have 2s, 1s, 3s, 1. Let's see. Michael Fontaine is 2. Evie Noel is 1. Moon Freedom is 3. Mr. Super Sidewinder is 1. Siren Offspring is 3. Splatter is 3. TD Mage is 2. High Pockets is 3. Sean is 1. And Michael Russum is still picking the current reality because number 3 is what it is with the big curve. It's cylindrical shaped.
We have Splatter 3. I mean, like I said, 1 and 2 are close. But yeah, I mean, I agree with the font with number 3. It was,
Yeah, I don't.
They're all the same font.
It was. I remember it being curved like that, number 3, but the C and the K, the R and the E, none of that was merged.
it wasn't that curved. It didn't look like it was sitting on like a battery or something.
Right.
I could think of.
And that's why I straightened it. Really quickly in the chat, you have to say you're sorry, Michael. You have to say you're sorry at all. It was left to right slant. Left to right. So the B was to the left. Is that what you're saying?
If you pull the where the K is, it's going to be up closer to your faces. It's not that far back.
Good night, Noise Guru.
Good night. I'm trying to
Ryu is
hold on.
top, left, or right. A lot of people are remembering either the current, well, yeah. The current reality is number 3. Like it's on a battery. Unfortunately, Michael's memory or memories of the chat and comments are the only residue. I actually changed that at the end. I found some. But Michael, if you find something that looks like yours, please send it to me and I'll show it. All right, next one. How about this one, Michael? I do have some residue from other people. Tell me if any of these match your memory, Michael.
I read Storm.
Like the B is slanted to the left. So that's what I'm thinking maybe. Some of these are straight up and down.
Yeah, I mean, it's closer to that one right there, back with the day 5K.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not exact, but it's closer. I mean, it did have a slight curve to it, but it didn't have it like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't look right.
HEBRO, you want to read this?
Where's Jeff?
Oh, sorry, I had a buzzard in my hair. Okay. There's a small detail in the Back to the Future, sorry, I read that backwards, that I cannot ignore. I fully expect some of you to have the current memory, but you may still be affected in a different way once I explain. Wait a minute. I remember that telephone. I remember him having the bottom end of the telephone to his ear too.
Bottom end.
Like the bottom of the phone, he had it up to his ear like he was trying to muffle the sound.
Oh, that's the next. That's a few frames further up. He picks up the phone.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm reading. Okay, I'm sorry. Question 1. Speaking specifically of the original Biff, does
Back
Marty...
to the Future. I just shortened it to Back to the Future.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I need to get some new glasses, to be honest with you. Back to the Future, does Marty McFly wear a watch?
So, just yes or no, do you remember Marty wearing a watch?
I'm going to say yes, because I remember him waking up from his bed and looking at his watch to see what time he has to go meet Doc.
I want to say yes, like it was a black watch, but
Yeah.
He had a calculator watch.
Yeah.
It's one of those big, bulky, like.
That's
There's a question, guys. There's a question 2 coming. I just want to know yes or no. Do you remember a watch?
Yes.
That's all. Everybody's a yes, except for Michael Russell, who's not sure. So we can move on.
Didn't he have to take it off though when he went back in time?
Yes, he would have had to. Yes. Next slide, Brian.
I just wanted to say real quick. Sorry, I had to go get some chips for my daughter. But the watch, I remember it going off when he was in the phone booth.
Okay, Brian. There's more questions. I just wanted them to say yes or no. All right.
Yes, Marty wears a Casio CA series calculator watch, but some people online do not remember him wearing one at all. He always wore a watch in my past, which was removed in 1955. The Mandela effect for me is the color of the watch. Question 2. Which watch do you remember Marty wearing in 1985?
Go with A, B, and C, everyone. You remember A, all black, B, black and silver, or C, gold?
It was all black for me, number 1.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. So did
All
I.
Yeah, I knew I answered that one. I'm like, oh, it was a big black watch.
Yeah, all black. Same here.
Brian, wait for the chat to answer, please. So Michael Fontaine and Michael Russum and TD Mage and High Pockets and Mr. Super Sidewinder and Evie Noel are all A. Yes, Barbara, we covered that. The jacket has a paisley pattern in the jacket now.
Oh, I wish my glasses weren't so scratched.
Moon Freedom, not completely. But fun fact is only partially true. Okay, go ahead, HEBRO.
I kind of remember him wearing that in Family Ties as well.
Mm-hmm. It's partially true. I didn't say it was all false.
Oh, okay. Just like the jacket, which can be seen in light dark blue denim and blue gray denim, there appears to be 2 watches now. What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
I do not remember the black and silver at all.
I remember the watch being all black, and it is most of the time. But in the Twin Pines Mall scene, the watch is now black with a silver tone number plate. I do not remember the silver. Do you? Like I said, it's a small detail that has been bugging me for a while. But if you are one of those people who do not remember the watch at all, this could be a bigger Mandela effect for you.
And here's some residue of no watch for those, if anyone's watching it later who doesn't remember the watch. Here's some residue.
Ah, that bugs me. If there's no watch on his wrist now.
I kind of remember it both ways. That's weird.
Esther, do you want to read this one? And then I'll take the last one.
Yep. The credit to Jeff Zanzibar, of course. The original Back to the Future has a scene that is different from Jeff's memory that he would like to ask you about. When Marty wakes up from his new and improved 1985 reality, he walks out of his room to see his parents walking in the door. Which type of clothes do you recall his parents wearing? Jogging outfits, business casual outfits, or tennis outfits?
So, guys, these are not the colors of anything that he remembers. This is just the best representation I could find. These are just examples.
They were wearing tennis outfits.
Okay, so stay here, Brian. Let them answer. 1, 2, or 3. What do you remember? Brian's a 3. HEBRO and Esther, what do you remember?
Yeah, weren't they getting ready to play tennis? Seems like that's what they were going to do that day.
Mm-hmm. So Moon Freedom says tennis.
Yeah, tennis.
Michael Russin says tennis. You have his daughter Barbara says business casual.
He had didn't George McFly have something over his shoulders like a shawl or something?
Brian,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to that stuff. Let me read the
like
chat.
a sweater. It seemed like.
High Pockets is tennis. David says all black, no silver watch. Siren Offspring is tennis. TD Mage is tennis. Super Sidewinder is tennis. Business Origami. Evie Noel is joggers.
Dude.
JRG MTY or Jerg Mighty is jogger. Evie Noel is now jogger. Oh, it's same 1A. Karen, hey Karen, is tennis 3.
Dude, I just remembered something real quick. I don't mean to step on you, Sandy, but
I'm done with the chat. It's okay.
I remember him having all white tennis outfit, and he had like a sweater wrapped around his neck.
Well, you're going to be, most of the chat's going to be shocked. Michael Fontaine says business casual. He wrote a book. Just because you write a book doesn't mean you can't jog or play tennis.
I wanted to say joggers, but then I remembered that's what Biff was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I
said
was
tennis.
confused.
Jeff said jogger, and then we both started seeing both in our head. So I said tennis. Jeff said jogger, and then together we said, you know what? It was probably 2 realities where it was a jogger and then it was tennis.
Yeah, you know what I can't, Sandy. You know what I can't. My I can't moment.
What's that?
Going back to the '90s, it's like everybody wore starter pants and starter jackets.
Yes, but Brian, you're going to say I can't when you get to the next slide. Just go to the next slide. Esther doesn't need to read this one. She can read this one. Go ahead, Esther.
All right, literally 0 residue here as well. So do you have something close to our memory, or do you have the current business casual memory? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah,
The answer is business casual number 2, everyone. That said 3 and 1.
Yeah,
No, they were dressed like they were going to go play golf.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Except for the
tennis is what I meant. Tennis, sorry.
I do remember the sunglasses, but that's yeah.
But I also remember her having a tennis racket over her shoulder, which is the next
Yeah.
slide. Next slide, Brian.
For sure.
I remember the business casual.
And that red shirt especially is bad. Oh, I didn't put it in there. Well, I remember her holding a tennis racket, not a purse. Her hand even looks like she's holding a tennis racket. Go back.
Yeah, she was holding a tennis racket.
No, please go back and zoom in on her hand. Brian, go back to the last slide.
I will have to pull it right back up. I'm sorry, I closed the window.
Sorry, pull it back up and go to the last slide. I need everybody to see her hand. It's crazy.
Yes. So I'm reading the comments. Yeah, I remember Biff being in one of those jogger outfits because he was shining the car, waxing the car.
Are you pulling it back up?
I don't see
There
it.
we
Yeah.
go. Can you zoom in on her hand on the right, please?
Oh yeah, it looks like she's holding a tennis racket, not her.
She's holding nothing.
Dude, she's got it like an invisible handle there.
Yeah.
That's
She's
what it
holding
looks
nothing.
like. Yeah.
It's weird.
It's like someone photoshopped the tennis racket out of there. That's what it looks like.
No, I'm telling you, they were getting ready to play a game of tennis.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. You can tell by her hand. That's residue right there.
Yeah.
It's like
nothing.
it's like she's holding. Yeah, she's holding nothing. It's as though
That's probably the biggest effect of the evening.
Maybe. We'll see. Ryu, Biff did wear a jogger. So you are picturing that correctly.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember it being like those Italian mafia guys that wear the jogging suits.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
This is the biggest effect for me. Okay? One of Biff's crew, who you could see in the background on the left,
right,
is called 3D because he wears 3D glasses. It's the last one of the night, guys. You guys have been awesome. What colors are the lenses of his glasses?
Well, I would think they would be the colors of
black
3D glasses, red and blue.
Brian, they're 3D glasses. What color are 3D glasses for you?
Well, 3D glasses now are black.
No, I mean back then in the 50s.
Well, back then they would have been like blue and red.
What do you say, Esther?
Well, blue and red I know what 3D glasses look like. I mean,
do you know? All right, here's really quick the chat. Red and blue, red and blue, red and blue.
Depending on where like
Wait,
what
Brian.
era where you're going. Sometimes they are black because depending on if you go to the movie theaters or not. But yeah, I mean, I actually owned it.
Not back then. Not back then. They didn't have red and black. They didn't have the black ones back.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like early 90s, I think, what I'm thinking of for the black ones. But red and blue was, I mean, I literally owned a whole bunch of those because I got my son those to wear for Comic-Con, and we did his birthday party and we had the 3D glasses because
I can remember even back in the 80s when they were trying to bring 3D back before they brought it back this time. They went to movies like Jaws 3D and Friday the 13th 3D and all that stuff. All of those glasses were red and blue. So why would that, from the 80s, why would that be like changed in the 50s?
Okay, so again, you guys don't even know why I'm freaking out. So we need to move on. Everyone says red and blue in the chat. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, this is not just a Back to the Future Mandela. This is a reality insert. If Brian would move to the next slide. This isn't just, I said that right. It's a history insert for me. In my past, the old style paper 3D glasses were only ever red and blue. Those are the colors on 3D's glasses in my past as well. I remember them being red and blue. Next slide, Brian.
I got a question. Is one of them I was going to say green?
I've never seen 3D glasses red and green before, like Christmas colors.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you ask that, HEBRO?
I don't know, because right before you showed that slide, I got a picture of green in my head.
Oh my gosh, that's an update if I've ever heard one.
Wait, hold on, stop it a minute, HEBRO. I did the same thing. I had the same thing happen to me.
Really? Wow.
I'm telling you, they were only red and like a cyan blue in my past, never green.
Oh, yeah.
His glasses were not red and green, and now they are.
I agree.
You can buy replica props of it. They're all red and green. That's totally a change.
It makes total BS sense.
Yeah.
That's not right.
But for some reason, that's what popped in my head when Sandy, right before she showed the slide. That's weird.
There's
the same thing with me too. Same thing with me too, Jeremy.
Brian, I sent you a picture that's important.
Right there. He's got the red and blue.
Mm-hmm. Brian, I sent you a picture of Messenger. It's important.
And the Ghostbusters. He literally says that. He goes, "Who are you gonna call?" And Billy goes, "Ghostbusters!" And it's so funny.
So, like I said, this is a history insert because they're saying that red and blue and red and green are the most common.
Huh?
Never seen red and green.
No.
And red and green is one of. I've never seen red and green in my life. Has anyone in the chat ever seen red and green before?
They've always been red and blue.
Yeah, this is totally new for me. We've merged with a reality where they use red and green as well. I've never seen red and green before.
They
So
look
it's
like
not just
something,
Back to the Future.
they look like something you would wear at an Italian fest or something, you know.
Christmas. I'm seeing Christmas.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about the entire color, the white, green, and red, you know.
Christmas just has to get into everything.
Yeah, that's ain't no way, because I got a pair of them with my Friday the 13th thing, and that was just recently. You would think they would give you almost like an option, you know, if that was the case. I've never seen them.
I've never seen them either. And guys, I have to make an announcement. For some reason, I don't know if StreamYard changed or if YouTube changed, but if you go back to all of my live streams, and if I go back to Brian's live streams, the chat is no longer there. There's no longer live chats.
Really?
Replays. I don't see them anymore. So,
wait, you're showing the live chat disappears once it's gone? Like once the show's over?
It's gone. The only thing they have a new thing called transcript where you can follow along, but you can it's got what you said,
right,
but it doesn't show what the chat said.
This happened to me a couple weeks ago on my phone, and I think I asked somebody, I'm like, how do you see chat? They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I can't see the replay on my phone.
No, it's not. It's on the iPad too. There's no replay at all on any of my live streams. On any of them.
Like, what did they do? Why did they do that?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's with the new transcript feature. It deleted the live chats.
Oh, that's
Ryan.
Such bullshit.
So I want to know if you guys can, after the video is up, come back, leave a comment, and tell us which Mandela effect was the biggest one for you. I'm curious. Which one were you most affected by?
Yes, guys, please comment. Comment which one was your favorite one, or which one really hit you tonight.
And please make sure to give both videos a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you hanging out with us for as long. This is a long show. We're at almost 3 hours. For waiting for us because of little hiccups before we started. And we'll see you on our normally scheduled night this coming Friday, right, Brian?
Yes. Yes, this coming Friday.
So, like I said, I still have a little bit of Mandela left, but we're back to normal shows. It's not just going to be all Mandela. I just have to get through.
Which, by the way, Saturday is the day that Marty goes back. Remember, from 1955.
Yeah, so Friday we'll probably show the last two, the newer Mandela Effects again for those that couldn't make the show. So the new Jeff's, because Jeff wasn't here to present it, so we'll probably show Jeff's and the glasses again on Friday. And Shifty Sunday returns on next Sunday, right, HEBRO?
Yes, for sure. Thanks for mentioning that.
Put your link in the chat, please.
Oh yeah. Can you do it? I can't find my YouTube.
You can't find your YouTube?
No, I mean, I can't get to YouTube from where I'm at. It'll kick me out.
You have to tell me the new name of your channel because I can't find you.
Really?
Yeah, it's not coming up like it used to.
HEBRO's AI parody channel.
There it is.
There you go.
So I'm going to throw HEBRO's link in the chat. Jeff and I are on Shifty Sunday with HEBRO each week. And why don't you tell them what your show is about? Besides Mandela Effects.
Sandy, can you please send me all the links together and I'll post it in both your chat and my chat right now? Because it's only showing up in yours.
Oh no, I was on my way to yours to post it.
Okay.
I was going back and forth.
Well, besides Mandela Effects, we do some. Sorry, I had to. No, we do some political stuff, not a whole lot, but we also do like news stories and happenings that are going on. It's like weird events and stuff like that. And Amazon Line, my other co-host on there, she has creepy critters that she does. It's a creepy critter that she finds all kinds of weird bugs and stuff, and she has that segment on there. So yeah, I'd appreciate each and every one of you if you could at least check it out, and if you like it, please do subscribe. We can use all the help we can get. And if you don't mind me saying, Shifty Sunday airs every Sunday night, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern time, and I'm not sure what time that is coast. What is it, West Coast?
It's 5:30 Pacific.
Oh, Pacific. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And in Brian's chat, we have Red Storm, Sean Rose. Scrolling up, Siren Offspring was over here too. So was Anita, who said 2. I didn't see her for the best. That was earlier. Angels Don't Fall was in Brian's chat. So was Evie Noel and Super Mario Brothers and Mr. Super Sidewinder. Let's see. Red Storm says hi, everyone. Red Blue for Sean Rose for the glasses. Now I'm heading back to my chat. Give me one moment.
You see that it's Splatter's birthday on the 7th?
Happy early birthday, Splatter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, really quickly, Teresa sent me the birthdays, so I'm going to read them off before we do the chat. We have November 3rd was Juan Martinez. November 5th, Simon Wilson. November 7th is Splatters. November 12th is Teresa. November 14th is R.D. Patchak. November 16th is Jennifer Craig. Also on November 16th, it's Meeks B. November 26th is Rich Vasanik, and November 29th is Keith Landy. If anyone wants to add their birthdays to the list, just put it in the chat, and I'll give them to Teresa. Happy birthday to all the names.
Sandy, you all good? Everybody good?
No, give me 1 second. I'm writing Teresa splatters so that she can add it to the list. It was not on the list. And
I'll
now
say
I'm back.
third.
And now I'm good. I'm sorry.
A shout out for Sandy's channel as well. So definitely anybody that, if you're not subscribed to Sandy's channel, all the subscribers you can get, that would be awesome.
Thank you, John Nada.
That's what I was about to say. Thank you, John Nada. I really appreciate it. John Nada's been donating every single show. It's awesome. Thank you. All right, shout out in my chat. Let me scroll up. We got High Pockets. David, a.k.a. Logan Freeman, is here. Siren Offspring, TD Mage 20, Mr. Super Sidewinder, Ryugami Mikado, Evie Noel, Jehovah's Daughter Barbara, Michael Fontaine. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Jerg Mighty or JRGMTY. Sadly, Karen's here. We also have Super Mario Brothers 3. Let's see, scrolling down. Splatter 420. Still scrolling. Nathaniel Nubile, welcome. I missed you. Jumping in the chat. Who says, I remember the husband pats her on the backside with the racket. And it's interesting how you spelled that. I'm going to be covering that. That's awesome. Hi, Orion Spur was here. We also had Bellador Senix. You have to swipe left where it says comment. Swipe left. I will give that a shot. Thank you, Bellador. I don't know if you caught that. Guys.
Yes,
Hebro,
that's
Brian.
very helpful. Yes.
Yes, we're going to give that a shot on our previous shows. See if we swipe left to get the live chat. Thank you, Bellador. Mark S. snuck in. I missed him too. Welcome. Mark S. said, I'm going to check my Batman comic book in my closet right now. I missed something there. Oh, for the red and blue versus red and green. Please let us know what you see. Let's see. Who else was here? John Nada's here. Angela Baby Carson. Angela Baby Carson says, I have a few Mandelas on my channel too. I'll definitely go check your channel out. Let me see. I'm going to share it in the chat after I copy the link. So Angela Baby Carson has Mandela Effects on her channel. And this is her link right here. I will put it on Brian's channel in 1 second. Let me just finish the shout outs. Where was I? Okay. Obviously, HEBRO is here. And actually, I think I just finished the shout outs. That's it. So thank you to HEBRO. Thank you to Esther. Brian, let me get to your channel to share Angela Baby Carson's channel.
Hey, thanks guys for having me on. I really enjoyed this.
Anytime.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy, for coming on. You should do it more often.
I will when I have the chance, but I'll tell you, Brian, I'm so covered up and stuff, not only doing my own videos, but doing, everyday life. Life gets in the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So guys, and thanks, chat, for being there.
Sorry, I'm going to cut you off, Esther.
Happy Back to the Future Day, everyone.
Oh, Sarah A. Hi.
Hey, Sarah A. Welcome. We're ending the show now. You can catch us Friday night for our regular show. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We really appreciate you. Thank you again to John Nada. And we'll see you on Friday. Have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night, everyone. God bless.
Night.